Alrighty, just got out of the shower. I'm going to do a little head shave with Holy Cause Vorbi. And we're going to redo the head shave with the, let's roll that aftershaves off the table. Rockwell 6C. Because that video is awful. It is horrid. But that's okay. Gotta start somewhere. I think we're gonna use an Astra Green today. Just looking at all my bags, I wasn't sure which one I wanted to use. These are one of my favorites. I use them all the damn time. I'm just gonna take that guy out of the package here. Take our top piece here, load it onto those posts. And I just like to hold the sides here. And we're gonna go with the level 6 because I got a decent amount of growth here. This is about 3 days, 3 days, something like that. And you can just screw it all together. And whenever it comes to these Rockwell 6 series, it's whatever's on the bottom here. Whatever number is there is what setting you're on. We're just going to make sure this is nice and wet. And take our Alpha synthetic brush here. Run that under the water for a second. Squeeze out the extra. Take our soap. This is their tallow formula. I really like it. And we'll just load that up a little bit. There we go. It's just nice and loaded. I'm going to take this extra that's fallen out of the container here. Make sure that's wherever you're trying to shave. Rinse that off your hands. This is one of my favorite soaps, by the way. I love the scent of this stuff. I wish I could describe scents. I'm horrid at it, but it is amazing smelling and it feels incredible. I'm just gonna get that nice and painted on. Get it off my ear. That's not the place to shave. And as you can see, very easy to lather. Holy Cause is definitely some of my favorite stuff. It's a little pricey, but it's worth it, in my opinion. Not only for the performance, but like I said, that post-shave feel. You almost don't need aftershave. Always use aftershave, but you almost don't. got our razor loaded up. Just gonna run that under the warm water, get it nice and warmed up. Alrighty. You can see how easily it's just peeling right through that. This is 3 days of growth. And that's almost completely smooth right there. I love this razor. This soap is awesome too. Really slick, even on the spots that you already shaved. Even if you only have just like that little bit there, as long as it's still wet. Super smooth. That's one thing I didn't think about. And it barely touched me. I don't think it got me, but it barely touched me. I'm not used to the little touch of overhang. I've been using their T2s for a lot lately. And I love that razor too. Very, very nice. A little expensive though. I got it while it was still on sale. I think it's still currently, as of the making of this video, on sale. But and if you can get it on sale, if you can get it around 100 or less, it's very worth it. For the regular, if you can get like 200 or less for the stainless, I highly, highly recommend it. Also, I don't know why I didn't turn around. I'm blabbering. I'm sorry about that. I can't see it anyway. I'm just sitting here talking. But that's how it's really loaded up. But it doesn't really matter because it doesn't really clog. It does if you have super long hair, but just a couple days growth, not a problem at all for the Rockwell 6. And it feels like I'm running real low on lather. So I think we're gonna call that good for the first pass. As long as I didn't miss any. Oh, I missed some. Never mind, I lied to you. I lied straight to your face. Holy crap. I forgot all about that. Side there. is not good for the first pass. This is where you gotta be careful about them end tabs. Don't get your ear. Alrighty. Now, first pass. I know I missed some spots, I guarantee it. Especially in the back, yeah, you can feel a lot of mess right here. A little bit on the sides here. But that's why we do a cleanup. We're gonna turn that off. Take the spray bottle. Wet her head up a little better. There's a bunch right here I missed. Up top. And right in the back here, I'm not sure how long that is or horrible it looks, but again, we're doing another pass because that was several days. Make sure that is nice and wet. Rehydrate that soap whenever it comes onto your head. And we take a little bit on our brush here, and we go in for pass number 2. Alright. You don't need nearly as thick of a ladder for the second pass, but especially with this stuff, like I said, it can look like it's not even there and that'll work just fine. This stuff's great whenever it comes to slickness. Well, for me, for my head at least, I don't do this for my face because it's super sensitive, as you can tell. Got a little bit of irritation here and down here still from last shave, got a little crazy. I just do the same direction for my head, which is typically just straight up towards the center, the top of my head, because that's where it grows. Like my hair will grow straight down everywhere except for up top where it just goes straight up. So I'm just going against the grain. For 2 passes and a cleanup. Except for right there. In the very front, for some reason, it just goes straight out. That's pass number 2 for the most part. Just doing the same thing, getting the sides here, behind the ears. Being very careful not to cut your ear with the tabs on the sides or with the blade, apparently. Jesus, did I just get it? That doesn't look like it, but it really felt like it. Alright. There's a little bit up top that I missed, it feels like. And this side here could go in this direction a little bit. And that's pretty much good. So we're going to do a little cleanup. Rinse that razor off. I'm just going to let my hand not spray the whole head. Right? And we're going to hit the spots that we missed real good. This side's pretty clear. It's just this side and this top bit here that you can see I missed real good right there. Damn. Alright. So, same deal. Make sure that's nice and warm. And we're going to go with the grain on this side. Make sure that's nice and cleaned up. And again on the sides, feels good. Right there, not good. Probably cutting the shit out of the moles, but they'll be gone soon enough. I do have an appointment. Long story short, about $150 and 2 months later, these fucking things are still in my head, but I did make appointments to get them removed. And this time, it's going to be in an OR. They have no excuse not to remove them. So hopefully, very, very soon, that stuff will be gone and I won't have to worry about cutting them. I'll just have to worry about cutting a scar instead. But cutting one scar versus 2 moles 1/4 of an inch away from each other, not even, 1/8 of an inch. Much, much easier. At least I'd assume. Perfect. That's from 2 days, 2 or 3 days growth. Got a little touch up here to baby smooth after I get rid of this guy. Beautiful, baby smooth. At full price, this razor, it is not American made, it is not stainless steel, but it is precision made, at least compared to other cheaper razors. This thing gives me as good of a shave, at least comparatively to their T2, which is a lot more money. It's worth it. if you're looking for a really nice razor, last you, at very least you, the rest of your life. As long as you take care of it, that thing will do it. And you don't have to get the crazy fancy soaps like this one. I really love them. I do. But, you know what else I love? Arco. This stuff. You can buy it, at least for right now, less than 60 cents an ounce on Amazon. If you buy it in bulk, if you buy the 12-pack. It doesn't have as good of a post-shave feel, nowhere near. But whenever it comes to the shave itself, the performance, you can't beat price to performance of Arco. It's not possible. I'm just rinsing out my brush real quick. I did not use a bowl this time. I just did a regular, I was going to say face lather, but that was a head lather. Shake my brush out, put that back on its stand. Make sure this guy is nice and closed up. Take our razor blade that we just used, put it on a magnet or someplace where it's not going to fall and get a little damaged or cut somebody. Dry and clean our razor here. And this one, I love it. I really do. I don't use it daily, so I'm putting it back in the little shave drawer here. And we're gonna re-wet our head a little bit. Make sure we got all of that soap off. Okay. Oh, still got some over here. And I know it's a lot easier to use the sink. I'm really trying not to make a mess. There we go. Now we re-wet the head a little bit, just enough to get that alum on there. Grab our alum block, wet that guy too. Just make sure we're all sealed up, no cuts or nicks anywhere. Alrighty, perfect. Leave that on there for a second or two. Just rub it in a little bit. I did get my ear. Not a lot though, it didn't bleed. And that's what I like to use alum for, other than just tightening and sanitizing the skin. Any place where it burns, you know you got way too close. Not way too close, but you got a little too close. And if you do end up getting any cuts or nicks, obviously, if you're into the wet shaving, you know this. This stuff seals up cuts like instantly. I love it. It was just a little bit of Thayer's, by the way. Always use alum and Thayer's, that's what I do. And now we're gonna go in with both their splash and the balm, because it's winter time. Got a nice healthy amount of the splash here. Just rub that all over the scalp, the entire head. Good stuff. Oh yeah. Real good stuff. I love their splashes and their balm. Their balm is real thick, but it is very nice. Look how thick this is. It's almost a lotion. That's all you need, just a little touch. Especially if you use both. That's way too much for your face, but for your head, it's perfect. Nice, cooling, soothing. I like their stuff. If you can get it, I highly recommend it. If you, they do have vegan options. I have not tried their vegan soaps yet. If you don't mind tallow, I highly, highly recommend their soap, man. That is good stuff. But all right, that was my head shave. From 3 days to nothing at all. Have a good rest of your day.